Good morning, everybody. This is Wednesday morning. I accidentally said Tuesday morning. I said, what is all that noise and activity outside on a Tuesday morning? And I was like, oh, we used to have that store in this town, and it closed down. And so I used to be on Facebook, and people were always trying to answer questions about, oh, this store is closing down around the nation. Oh, don't worry, ours isn't closed. And then the next thing you know, it's like, ours is closed. Like, I didn't even go get discounts. I did that at Joann. The discounts were more expensive than the price of stuff without the discounts. Like, it was a nightmare. I got suckered. Speaking of, I bought some little, mat, or I don't know if they were mats. I bought some little thingies you paint on. I don't know where they are. These lights, these Christmas lights just came down, which is really sad because we had it looked like a big, I wanted to say hornet. It looked like a big bee, but it had wings in the back, kind of like that. It wasn't like a dirt dog or anything. It was like fat, like a big fat fly, almost like a beetle, but it looked like a bee. And it was flying through the lights. I suspected that it was coming through the lights. I don't know, because I was sitting under that light. I'm about to do Just Dance 2022, that Shop Around, or whatever that song, ooh, and a couple other songs, I guess. My knee's hurting. This is the day I woke up. Something must have woke me up because I was trying to go back to sleep, and then I'm like, I gotta do laundry. The store has been open like non-stop this summer, and it's so annoying. And you never know the day or time that the store is going to be open. It could be open from 8:30 a.m. to 9:30 at night. Like, seriously, like, all the same day. It could be closed randomly certain days. It could be closed until 10:30 a.m., closed until 12:30 p.m. Like, I'm trying to get some routine with the noisy stuff that I need to do for my house, the stinky stuff, food. I'm waking up dizzy, low on iron, had some kale. I don't know why I didn't put more kale in there. My partner wanted me to buy 2 things of kale. I only bought 1, which was kind of stupid. I don't like to keep going back to the stores. I don't have money. But it's like, if you have money one day and you bought twice as much, what is the likelihood that I would actually process both packages? Or I'd get that, like, oh, I'll do it later. Oh, I have plenty. Or, oh, that's like, I should just, like, come home from the store and make the food and eat it. And because it's produce, it's not shelf stable, you know what I mean? And the nutrients are diminishing. It's not nuts or pastas or honeys or different other products. I've been making different types of crackers. I wanted to make some bread and or wraps. And wraps. I had some breads. They were psyllium husk and banana or something. And walnuts, I think. Well, not walnuts. Yeah. I think they had walnuts. I don't even know if I have any walnuts right now. So the BJ's Wellington Farm large pack of pecans I just finished, they had, the package just said may contain other nuts. It didn't, and it said gluten-free. So I want to go back and get that. Again, I don't really have money, and that's intimidating me. So I had to make do with what I have, including nuts that are still in the shell, including some from years ago, like, that have been in and out of this place, in and out of Portland, and in and out of the freezer. Like, oh my gosh, I don't even know if they're good. Last time I ate them out of the freezer, the hazelnut filberts were soft. I was like, these taste funny. I wonder, I miss eating Ferrero Rocher. I was like, oh, hazelnuts, sweetened. Oh, I was trying to clean the table up because we had this old TV. Oh yeah, I was trying to move this TV too. And I plugged in the DVD player, the old one. This stuff, I'm going to try to clean the kitchen table off and put the TV in there, which sounds stupid, but it is what it is. I don't know. I hope there's no bugs or cockroaches in this TV, as it came from trash from this house on the corner where there's definitely cockroaches outside the house on the sidewalk at night. And I'm like, that is a big red flag. Like, dude, like. So I was actually going to put this TV in a bag, as if it's something laid eggs or there's something in there that's going to get out and produce. That's not a good. It was not worth it. Like, it was not worth grabbing something. The VCR does not work on this TV. The TV works. the antenna, it doesn't, I don't know where the spot for the antenna is. I should look that up. Because the antenna I have plugged into the twisty one, I forget what you call it, the old-fashioned plug. What I need is a converter box is what I need. Or to be able to connect the antenna. TV is missing an antenna, so I don't even see like a port, like a line for it, so I don't know. So digital TV, I have a cheap antenna that I bought so I could watch TV for free. So I don't like paying for TV. I didn't pay for TV in my whole life. We got a trial with Comcast in the olden days. The internet came with a free TV, and then we had with my ex-husband, that was years ago, way long time ago. And then in the dorms we had TV when I was in the 90s. It came with the dorm, I guess, and internet and all that. And then I'm trying to think. Yeah, from the time me and my kids were in the homeless shelter all the way till now, I don't pay for any TVs. My partner paid for TVs. He said he liked to watch TV. And I was like, we were kind of binge watching stuff on the converter box. But I don't know how to say it, like PBS and Ion, detective shows and stuff. That's about it. Some cartoons when the kids were smaller. There's not a lot. There wasn't that many choices. So, sometimes local news when there's snowstorms. Like neighbors would call me and tell me to put on the local news. I abruptly ended yesterday's video. I think it's time to make my tea since it's taking so long. I let the water heat up. I don't like boiling water, but I was going to do this song for like 3 minutes and go make my tea, but it's been way more than 3 minutes. And so what I've been doing is putting the tea in a tea kettle and heating the water. If I'm in there, I'll turn it off before it boils. So if it boils, since I'm a raw foodist, I'm letting it cool down. But one way or another, depending on the situation, I will pour it into a thermos, which is not a thermos brand, it's a Stanley, I think, brand thermos, and put the top on that, set that aside, and then make my cup of tea for the morning tea. And then put honey in that after it steeps, and then put the, my roommate, like today I feel like I should do it, make a lemonade with the rest of the water. And I'm using this not mineral water, I'm using water at the bottom of the teapot. There's this white, filmy, slimy, powdery residue. I'm like, oh my gosh, I hope that's not microplastics. And my partner's like, I hope that's not microplastics. So I'm hoping that it's minerals, but I'm like not trying to dump it into my drink. So by the time I fill out the thermos and then have this teacup full of tea, you see me with the red cup. And then if I do lemonade, I'm only doing a little bit of warm water and honey, and then lemon. And then my favorite is to put fizzy water in there, which I'm trying to figure out. Maybe I should get a soda stream. I like to actually have minerals in my mineral water, like natural from the earth. So I don't know how to deal with that. If it's cheaper, I might have to just. I mean, does it sound cheaper to get a soda stream? We used to have a carbon dioxide chargers in my house when I was a kid, and my brother would make these like sodas with Kool-Aid, and we had an ice crusher and make little slushy or like snow cone stuff. That was clever. I like that. This old 70s bar stuff is what it was, 60s, 70s bar utensils or appliances. I woke up and I was unmotivated, and I felt really scared, and having hormonal changes, and I have all these supplements I'm tired of taking. It's expensive, and then I had bought an excessive amount of herbs. Why? I don't know. I meant to buy like 2 things, and I bought like all this stuff, and I was like, you lost your mind. No coupons, no birthday thing. But what I'm going to do is, one of these herbs that I bought, so I'm not going to do an herbal video today. I keep hearing, taking classes or doing like sessions, and I keep hearing, it's like, this is good for this is good for this is the same one, it's good for this, oh I have that, it's good for this, oh I have that, oh it's good for this, oh I have that, it's good for this. And I was like, why didn't I take this when I was in naturopathic medical school? This one, I might have had it in something, because there's like blends and stuff, but, so I have this straight herb, I don't have a medication. I'm not able to find my capsule maker either, which is an issue. I have the capsules up here with the medicines, but I don't know where the capsule maker is. I keep thinking it's in this closet, so I might go in there with a headlamp today. It's pretty dark in this apartment. This light is one that is a broken ring light. I don't know, my partner broke the stand on it. Actually, it was from Big Lots. It broke like the first time I used it. Something broke off of it right away, and I should have taken it back. But the light part worked. I hate junk. So it's like rigged up there with a wire stuck into a light fixture. It doesn't seem safe, but whatever. It's rigged up there. I believe it was yesterday I talked about a video with someone who was super motivated and energetic, and I mean, is that what I'm missing out by not drinking coffee? Someone tell me. I have ADHD and I'm untreated, so like, it might not be motivation, it might just be like using all my energy, being overwhelmed of all these things. Like yesterday, I left so many activities open and out, and like through the whole apartment, there's like, this box was open, this was in the middle of something, oh yeah, what about that DVD player, and this, and this, and this. Some people say you're supposed to focus on one thing. I don't like to focus on one thing, but I don't like to leave everything all undone and totally forget about it. It's one thing if I say I'm going to heat the water while I come and do this game, then I'm going to run the water for the washing machine while I make a video for 3 minutes. Like, that's different, and you go back and forth because you're having tasks that you're checking off. So this has been very tiring. I have phlegm in my throat today, so I'm really concerned about who I was exposed to that had germs and food and stuff, stores and stuff. I'm still sad that I didn't buy blueberries the other day, but I bought a bag of them at, where did I get a bag of blueberries from? It's not that big. I bought a bag of organic blueberries somewhere, and I'm going across the Bay Bridge this week. I don't have the money. I was like, well, if I have like $50 in cash I can come up with, which I probably should put it in my account so I can pay my credit card bills. Probably I should probably just do that and not even try this. I said I was doing the collapse. The collapse was basically going through and using what I have. Oh yes, so talking about the herbs and the medications that are already like in these pill forms. The stuff is expensive. So the part of this stuff being able to know that it works, I'm taking some other herbs to try to mimic something like, oh, I don't get the effect of it. But I also didn't drink the whole thing of tea that I made, or it took a couple days. And so it's like, you have an extract versus a tea that's watery, and I'm not necessarily boiling it like a rolling boil my mom used to do with Lipton tea for 10-15 minutes, and just extract as much of the plant out of there into the water, make it nice and dark, and then she'd pour that into a big orange Tupperware. Anyone have those Tupperwares with the lid that you could like kind of press on? And then, what did she do? Did she put cold water in it? She put that hot in there, and then I'm trying to think, she used to always use Sugar Twin, so she put Sugar Twin in there, stirred it probably, and then she probably poured the cold water. We had well water. She probably came from the spigot, or from the sink, well water, tap water, and then well water, and then put that in the fridge. And then I was in charge of doing the beverages, so we would take the, I call them milk glass. We had all the same glasses and stuff. Put ice in those tea glasses, which I wasn't allowed to. I used to drink their tea. It was so bad. I used to like take sips. It was so good, especially with that fake sugar. So nice and sweet. Put ice cubes on there, so I had an ice maker in our freezer, and then pour the tea on there, and I'd set 2 adult teas. If it was just me and my parents, 3 waters, 3 ice waters, and then I'd get a milk and a little, the little Smuckers or whatever has the jelly, the jam, the preserves with the handle on it. You get the preserves at the lid, and then it turns into like a little mug. I got that for my kids. I think mustard, the German mustard had that. Kids, keep your eyes open. That German mustard, they started putting sugar in it. I just try to eat mustard as a raw food. Some other foods. There was the food I wasn't eating sugar. It was the gluten-free. They had coconut and honey. I think it was a Jewish food. They had coconut and honey, and then they started putting like sugar and honey and coconut. And I thought they started putting eggs in it or something. Like it was to change the recipe. I'm tempted to order something from Vitacost, but again, I'm gonna take what we bought the other day, the fruits and the grapes, as a treat. I did cut open the watermelon. I have to eat the rest of the cantaloupe, so that stuff's gonna have to be eaten. Last time I froze watermelon, it didn't come out good. I'm gonna go ahead and play this game and make my tea, and if I have time, it's getting to be close to 9, I'll make another video, but I suspect I won't have time. I just wanted to check in, the motivation thing, the ADHD and the PTSD, it's pretty bad, but I'm gonna do work. I always do work. I'm pretty hard. People say I'm really hard on myself. They made a bunch of phone calls yesterday and scheduled some appointments and did some business. I didn't quite do any billing. I got some flyers. I'm doing a street medicine thing at least every other Friday with another organization, and I need to do a bunch of writings before the end of the month. So one, I'm a member spotlight for a national organization for September's issue, and then it's due in August, but it's going to be displayed, I guess, the end of September. And then I believe I have, for the same organization, a DEI paper that I'm supposed to write. And I have a committee meeting on that on, Monday. So I always feel lazy. I did some crafting yesterday, too. Partly because I was moving stuff around. I moved it all here in front of the TV, which is also the dresser, which is also where clothes go. And my partner put some of his clothes over here, and I feel pretty bad that I'm blocking it. So I was actually trying to figure out where to move this TV so it doesn't get kicked while I do my exercise. But my knee, I'm going to put this knee brace on. I don't want to. My knee is hurting so bad right now, guys. It's so hard. Between growing pains as a child and aging pains, like, is there a happy medium? Is there a time? Is there like 23 years old or something where it's like, you feel pretty good? I was pregnant and nursing, and malnourished, and I was in a lot of pain when I was 20, 21, 22, like, just, the pregnancy on my body, it's a lot, especially when you're malnourished. I was a little more nourished with my son, but the pains were worse. I was full-time nursing the first child that was born when he was born. There's a lot on the body, guys. Be gentle with yourselves, but I watched Extreme Sports last night on National Geographic. It's not called Extreme Sports, it's the Jimmy Chin show. I see people going out and risking their lives, and I think of our ancestors going through trials of life, and nomadic and wild animals. Like, this was their everyday life, was like an adventure that they didn't want to be in. But now we have people that have enough money that they can travel around and get sponsored and fly around the world and live in different places, different climates with different cultures, and just adventure like all day, every day, and just get ready for the adventure and have all the equipment and the cameras and everything to film it. That's amazing. It's scary that they put themselves in danger. Unfortunately, in the show, there's a lot of danger and there was death, but the one thing I liked, and this is really hard, These people followed their dreams and they got into a passion, something that they loved, and they were able to enjoy their lives and make ends meet. There's something I like about the people that do full-time van life on purpose. Sometimes it's not on purpose, but they make it work. Being able to travel. The couple that sold their house into retirement to go on cruises full-time because it was cheaper than living in this country. Peace, guys.